What makes baits so good? Action, color, the vibration they put off, all of the above. You know, I've signed a partnership with BruiserBaits. They're a South Florida-based company here that makes soft plastic lures, finesse baits, swim baits, flipping baits, creature baits, everything across the board. You know, I'm no stranger to BruiserBaits. I've been using them all year long. Matter of fact, during the Scott Martin Challenge episode we filmed last year on Lake Okeechobee, I had a 34-pound stringer on this bait right here. This is the one that I first was introduced to by BruiserBaits. This is called the Crazy Crawl. When you talk about vibration, that's a very big key to soft plastic baits. And what makes this bait so unique is the action that these little claws emit. If you look here closely, they've got basically a raised ridge here on the outer part of that flap of that claw that makes that bait really kick hard. That emits a lot of vibration in the water. Here's the other thing that's great about this bait. It's solid. There's some other baits out there on the market that are pretty good, but they're hollow inside. And you know what happens with hollow baits? Every time you flip into a cattail clump or into a brush pile, your hook's popping out, getting stuck a lot. Having it solid like that gives the bait a little bit more weight so you can cast it and flip it better with more accuracy, but it also helps on durability, and it's just better having that thing solid. So Bruiser has really done a great job. So again, with this being solid, with these claws being able to emit that extra vibration, it's fantastic. You know, a quick story too, I took this bait to Kentucky Lake where I was stroking a jig this year in a big tournament, and they actually bit my jig much, much better with this as the trailer as anything else I had in the boat. Matter of fact, my co-anglers each day hardly even caught anything throwing other type of trailers. And again, I couldn't figure out exactly why they were eating it. I didn't know if it was maybe my boat position, maybe where I was casting it. But at the end of the day, I finally realized it's these claws and it's that extra vibration that this claw emits, because again, it's unique to any other bait. There's not another craw on the market right now that has the vibration and emits the sound that this bait does. So it's unique, and it's a very special lure, and they've done a fantastic job. You know, some other baits, talking about big fish, catching fish, the Intruder, which is a great little creature bait here. Brandon McMillan won the FLW tournament this year on Lake Okeechobee with this bait. It's a fantastic creature bait, great for flipping in the grass mats. He had 106 pounds over 4 days on this bait right here. So you're talking about proving itself. BruiserBaits set the record in FLW with the largest 4-day stringer of any tournament they've ever had on any lake. So that's saying something right there. So they've got a lot of things going for them. Some of the other baits here on Okeechobee that we throw, and I know that's going to work so many other places like Guntersville, Lake Fork, even Lake Champlain, is a swim bait. They've got one here that's just, again, they kind of keep surprising me with all these great things they're doing. They took this swim bait, which they call the Swimmer, and they've added a really nice soft body to it. It's just great colors. But here's the important part on this bait, the tail. This tail is designed in a way, it's thick, it's not real thin. You've seen the swim baits out there, guys. The tail's real thin. With a thin tail, it's going to come through the water and kind of fold in on itself and not vibrate like it should. With this tail being thicker, it's really vibrating. When you reel that rod, you're reeling that bait through the water, you can actually see your rod tip shaking. You can feel the vibration in your rod, which is important, because if you can feel it, guess what? The fish can feel it. So the Swimmer is just a fantastic bait. I rigged that up on a weighted hook like this. So we have here a little 5/0 weighted hook, and just cast it out in the grass. It comes through everything. It skips under docks really well. This right here is a fantastic lure that they've come out with. I've caught a lot of fish here on Lake Okeechobee, and I'm excited about getting it out across the country, again, like Guntersville, Lake Fork, some of these big tournaments we've got coming up. This bait right here could really catch me a lot of fish this year. Some of the other baits that they have that's fantastic, check out this big 10-inch worm. This is a great 10-inch worm here, nice ribbon tail. The guys at Kentucky Lake, Guntersville, Tennessee River fishing, anytime you're fishing ledges or even Carolina rigging, this type of worm is going to work very well. The way they've designed the back of this, coming off flat to a flat surface and then having that ribbon tail start, gives that bait action when you're barely moving it along, and that's real important. So that's a great one as well. And one of my favorite ones, and I can't wait till this spring here on Lake Okeechobee, is their frog. I love fishing frogs, and I know you guys too enjoy watching those fish come up and just explode on these frogs. This is called the king frog here, and what's unique to this frog is they have a big paddle foot here, but look how oversized that is. That's a big oversized foot. And what that oversized foot does, it allows that bait to gurgle. As those feet are clunking through the water, they're bubbling and gurgling, really high pressure sound. And again, that's what draws those fish to that bait. That noise, it's just a really nice compression. And again, it's heavy enough you can make long casts, accurate casts with it. That's a fantastic lure as well. And then, hey, if the fishing gets tough, you can't catch them on your big stuff, you got to go small, you can throw finesse worms like right here. This is a little diamond tail worm that they have, watermelon seed color. I mean, it's a perfect size. It's just scrumptious. For anything you want to do with that, like a shaky head worm, Carolina rig, you know, the sky's the limit on that bait. You know, the best thing about Bruiser is that they're built with quality. Their colors are fantastic. They have a wide range of colors that are just fantastic. A lot of really custom-looking colors that you're not going to find in other companies out there. So be sure to check them out online at BruiserBaits.com. I know you guys will be as impressed as I am. See you later.